Hey guys, it's Pastor Bruce. I could not have imagined when I became a member at Faith Baptist Church about 20 years ago that not only would God call me into the gospel ministry, but that He would actually call me to become the pastor of this, my home church. And you know, I've been reflecting on that a bit, and I'll tell you, there are pluses and minuses to being called out of a flock to become its pastor. The biggest plus, they know you. There's already a trust relationship built up. You've worked shoulder to shoulder in the ministry. The biggest minus, they know you. Sometimes they've seen your failures, and it takes a while for them to see you as being their pastor. Jesus is running into these challenges in Luke chapter 4. It begins with Him out in the wilderness being tempted by Satan, and as He finishes His 40 days, He heads back into His hometown of Nazareth. And He's preaching there in the temple. And the people are pretty blown away by how gracious Jesus' teaching is, but they're being plagued in the back of their mind because they know He's Joseph's kid. They've heard about what Jesus has done in Capernaum, but they in essence say to Jesus, you know what? We get all that, but you're going to have to prove it to us. And Jesus says to them in verse 24, surely I say to you, no prophet is accepted in his own country. And so Jesus has to really leave Nazareth behind because they're not really going to believe in what He's doing and who He is. What can we take from this? Well, realize that you may be active in your church, and I trust that you are, and that God is using you in your giftedness, and you're having some real effectiveness in ministering and hopefully reaching others for Jesus Christ. But when you come out of that environment and you go and you hang with people who've known you maybe for years or your whole life, and they know your history, they've seen you blow it a few times, they've watched you go through the different awkward periods of your life, and then you come to them with this most important message, or you want to show them something from the Word of God that could help them, they're still just seeing the guy or gal who blew it all those times. And so they really can't take you seriously. What should you do? I think your best recourse at that point is to go on to Capernaum, wherever that might be, and serve, where people may not know all of your history, and they'll take you seriously as you bring the Word of God and you minister to them. Allow somebody else who maybe in their Nazareth is getting pounded to come to your Nazareth and let them minister to the people in your life. God's got all this mapped out. Don't get frustrated when people don't necessarily take you seriously all the time. God bless you as you go.